Hello, it's day 136 for Hiking Home for Shelter on the Pacific Crest Trail, raising funds and awareness for victims of domestic violence and the shelters that house them safely. Where did day 135 go? Well, it went to Trout Lake, the cutest, tiniest little village in Washington. We're still in southern Washington, and we took a rest day and stayed one night camping in the back of the Presbyterian church. I forgot to take a picture. It was so quaint, and they just allow us to do that. And then the second night we splurged and paid a whopping $30 for a room, and we each got our own bed in the upstairs of the general store. We really loved Trout Lake. We found it to be a really special little spot and very restful. We mailed our packages there and were able to pick them up and supplement them with a few treats from the general store. And so we've had 2 good nights rest, and we are ready to go again. Just another little point I wanted to make about Trout Lake. I wanted to give a special shout out to Doug and all his guys who are mostly retired, and some of them not even retired yet. But they, out of the goodness of their hearts, volunteer to drive the 13 miles, which is about 20 kilometers, to and from Trout Lake every day throughout hiking season. That's basically March to September. Well, for them it starts later because they're in Washington, so let's say April through October, November. And their trucks, usually they're trucks, because a lot of them are farmers and log workers and so on. They drive trucks, come and go up and down the rural road at various times of the day. They have posted a schedule on a stump when you reach the road that goes to Trout Lake, and you just have to sit and wait, and they will show up. And then at the other end, when you're coming back, they have a similar schedule. So I just want to say thank you very much to Doug and all his volunteer drivers. You're awesome trail angels. And your volunteerism is supporting me in volunteering to do this hike for those who can't because they suffer from domestic violence. All volunteerism is so greatly appreciated. Yeah, so we got back here, we kind of did lead this morning, and we got back here about 12:30 this afternoon, and we're just starting our ascent of 4,000 feet. Yep, another 4,000 feet. And but it goes over the course of 9 miles, so it shouldn't be too arduous. Shouldn't being the operative word. Some steep parts, but some not so steep, which is what I try to shoot in, since I'm usually gasping for oxygen on the really steep parts. So since we started midday, we might only go about 10 miles today. There's a spot at 12.6. Also, if we're feeling good at 10, we may go that far. We usually average, which I'm asked a lot, we usually average anywhere from 15 to 20 miles a day, which is about 25 to 30 kilometers. It all depends on elevation. And it doesn't usually depend on weather, because we just keep plowing through no matter what the weather throws at us. Although we've been really, really lucky to have sunshine most of the time. It's another hot day today, but not grueling. Probably in the high 80s and in the low 80s in the shade of the forest. But it is humid, and we are sweating. Sweating for shelter. Ah, good times. So this is our campsite at our first night out after Trout Lake. And this is my tent. And that's Best Western's tent. And that's some other people's tent. And this is my stuff. I'm not quite in my tent yet. Went down to get some water. And oh yeah, 1 bottle, 2 bottle. And there's my filter. And oh, what's missing? Yeah, my filter water bottle. And there's some people up on the trail considering coming down, I think. Oh, they're there. Bit of a goat path to get down here, but totally worth it. Nice and sandy. Let me show you the best part about this campsite. Yeah, it's a little overcast, a little cool, but that's okay because it was a hot day. And we worked hard and sweat hard to get here. Only about 12 miles, but that's pretty good considering we didn't start till 12:30. So I came down here first thing to check out the water, and I always have a little candy for my afternoon snack, my foursies I call it, and I had it at about 6 o'clock when we got here, and I was sitting on this very rock enjoying my candy. Okay, all done, time to filter my water. I filtered 1 bottle in this perfect flow here. And then I was retrieving the water for the second bottle and whoop! It went over the waterfall. And now I don't have a water bottle. Like a filter water bottle. I have the filter, but I don't have the bottle that's attached to it to retrieve the dirty water and then squeeze it out of that into my clean drinking bottles. It's just gone. And I even took off my shorts and put on my water shoes and got in the stream, and I didn't know how deep it was down there, but I was fishing around as much as I could to try to find my bottle. It seems to be gone, but maybe I'll try again in the morning. Oh, and what will I do to get clean filtered water, you ask? Well, number one, if I was totally alone, I think this water's pretty safe because I'm up at higher elevations again and it's glacial. The worst is it could be a little silty. But beyond the odd horse up here, there doesn't seem to be too much, like there's no bovine presence, no cows wandering around, so it shouldn't be contaminated. Shouldn't be. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I don't have to drink it straight from the stream because I've got Best Western. Yay, Carol! And she's going to let me use her filter for the rest of the week. And of course this happens, Murphy's Law, on the first day out of the week. And we've got all the rest of the week now to go out on the trail until we get to the next stop, which is White Pass. But until then, my friend, my trail mate, my Carol, my Best Western will help me not get giardia again. Are you seeing this? Oh, that was me for a second there. We're having a lovely evening right at near the top of the tree line of Mount Adams. If you want to see Mount Adams, I just posted a lovely picture of it on Facebook. And we're not climbing up and over it, but we're hiking around it. Yep, that was me, that was my head. And that was the lightning behind it. And tonight, the mountain is not happy. It is thundering, it is lightning, it is raining, and we are the highest objects, camped in a clearing near a river, and really hoping that this will pass. But we heard thunder all afternoon as we were approaching, and oh, there I am. So we're not surprised. And there's the glow of my glasses. Anyway, I hope you guys have a quieter night than we're having. Ooh, good one. Oops. I'm waiting to see if we get another strike really close to us. Big Agnes tent is doing its job, keeping me dry.